Officers, he did this to me. Arrest him right now. That was her opening move, pointing, accusing, acting wounded, trying to pin her own mess on me. Classic Karen behavior from the very start. I had warned her more times than I could count about fences, posted signs, locked gates, and something called basic common sense. But entitlement has a way of muting warnings. My farm sits right against the edge of an HOA neighborhood. Quiet land, green rows, legally mine from soil to sky. I've never signed a single HOA paper in my life. I grow mangoes, not conflicts. Yet somehow, trouble kept slipping through my fence after dark. Welcome to Deeds Tales. If HOA chaos is your thing, hit like and subscribe. It began when my security cameras picked up movement near the orchard, a shape where nothing should have been moving. I zoomed in expecting wildlife or maybe bored teenagers. Instead, the screen showed something worse. HOA President Karen herself, visor pulled low, pale hair tucked back, climbing my fence like it was open access. She moved with confidence, shoving ripe mangoes into a tote bag, glancing around casually like she had every right to be there. I replayed the footage over and over, disbelief hardening into anger. That fence was reinforced, posted, and maintained. Still, she treated it like a polite suggestion. Trespassing doesn't stop being trespassing just because you carry a title and threaten fines. I saved every clip, every angle, every timestamp, and I let her believe she was unseen. Sometimes patience builds better traps than confrontation. I didn't call police. I didn't confront her. I waited. Farming teaches timing. Mango trees reward restraint. What Karen didn't realize was that every step onto my land tightened the consequences she wouldn't be able to talk her way out of. She thought she was stealing fruit. In reality, she was handing me leverage one night at a time. The next morning, I walked into the HOA office, boots still dusty, temper controlled. The place looked exactly like you'd imagine. Fake stone walls, smiling posters about community harmony, and a receptionist who suddenly found her keyboard fascinating. Karen was already inside her office, door cracked, voice raised at someone on the phone. I didn't knock. When livestock wanders where it doesn't belong, you don't knock. I told her calmly that I had CCTV footage of her trespassing and stealing mangoes from my farm. No insults, no shouting, just facts delivered slowly. She laughed, actually laughed, said I must be confused. According to her logic, my land bordered community property, which in HOA language meant anything she could see was hers. I reminded her my deed didn't come with HOA fine print. Her smile thinned. When I mentioned police, her tone snapped. She slammed her hand on the desk and admitted she took the mangoes, claimed they would rot anyway, and said she was preventing waste. Then she leaned back, smug, and told me to do my worst. She said she was HOA president. People like me always folded. Farmers were replaceable, rules were flexible. She knew everyone who mattered. I left without another word. Entitlement feeds on arguments. Weeks passed, Karen kept coming, sometimes alone, sometimes with another board member keeping lookout. Different bags, different shoes, same theft. Every visit went into my archive. Clean footage, overlapping angles, perfect timestamps. I wasn't building a case yet. I was letting arrogance stack charges. Neighbors started whispering. Mango slices appeared at HOA events. Karen strutted, praised for her contributions, never suspecting the orchard remembered everything. I stayed silent. Patience sharpens outcomes. And something told me I wouldn't need to push the next domino myself. That morning I was watching live footage, coffee untouched, silence stretched thin. Karen appeared earlier than usual, confidence turned up, carrying a larger bag like she was shopping at a market she didn't own. She scanned the road, waited, and hopped the fence with practiced ease. Mangoes vanished fast, branches shook, fruit thudded into fabric. She wasn't careful anymore. Familiarity breeds carelessness. On her way back, bag heavy, she rushed, tried the same jump she'd mastered dozens of times. But this time, her shirt snagged on a rusted hook near the fence post, one I'd marked weeks earlier for removal, but never touched. The catch twisted her midair. She hit the ground hard, mangoes scattered everywhere like rolling evidence. For several seconds, she didn't move. I called 911, reported an injured trespasser on my property, no accusations, just location and condition. On camera, Karen groaned, cursed, panicked, tried to sit up, failed, blamed the fence, the ground, the trees, anything but herself. When police arrived, lights flashing through the orchard, she switched stories instantly. She claimed she was inspecting a boundary issue. The officers listened, then I played the footage. Every visit, every theft, every lie. Silence answered for me. Her face drained as timestamps rolled. She accused me of spying. The officers didn't bite. Trespassing, theft, false statements. They helped her up, read her rights, and escorted her out past the same fence she once mocked. Mangoes lay bruised in the dirt, untouched. I shut off the monitor knowing it wasn't over. A few days of silence passed. I thought maybe she'd learned. Instead, a process server showed up with a stack of papers thick enough to fertilize a field. Karen was suing me. According to her, my fence was a known hazard. My cameras were harassment. Her injuries were entirely my fault. She claimed emotional distress, physical harm, and reputational damage. Bold claims considering the footage alone could bankrupt credibility. Court came quickly. Karen arrived dressed like a victim, arm-wrapped, expression rehearsed. She told the judge she was inspecting HOA boundaries, protecting community resources, and fell because I had booby-trapped my land. Then my attorney pressed play. The room watched Karen hop fences, steal mangoes, return repeatedly, lie effortlessly. The judge paused the video twice, eyebrows climbed higher each time. Karen tried interrupting, context, intent, misunderstanding. The judge shut it down. Trespassing is trespassing, theft is theft. Titles don't rewrite deeds. Her case collapsed in real time. She lost and was ordered to pay restitution for stolen produce, fence repairs, legal fees, and emergency response costs. The total hit harder than her fall. Outside the courthouse, neighbors whispered. Phones came out. Karen avoided cameras now. I filed for a restraining order. It was granted immediately. She was barred from my land, my business, and any contact. The HOA quietly replaced her. Mangoes were never mentioned again. I went back to farming. Trees don't care about lawsuits, but they remember who tends them. That season, the orchard grew heavy, clean, untouched. Karma didn't need my help. It just needed Karen to keep being Karen. Do you think she got what she deserved? Comment below. Like and subscribe for more HOA showdowns. The end.